So on the chart right here for breath, breath is currently at the 0.01880 level, currently ranked at 185 with a market cap of about $186 million. And so today we're going to be looking at our price prediction right here for breath. Breath versus the USD Theta on the daily time frame. KuCoin is the date source. And so for bread one of the things we've been looking at, we said prices basically move from level to level, level to level like so. And as you can see over the few months, bread has been pushing to the downside, right? And so for bread pushing to the downside, we said our major thesis was that we're expecting a consolidation right here for breath. And then in 2026, we should expect some sort of push to the upside, right? Somebody might be asking why? Why should we be expecting a consolidation right here for breath from for the next 3 days and then seeing a sort of push to the upside in 2026? And I'm going to give you three reasons why I am expecting such a scenario to occur. And so the first reason basically is that the Fed, which is in the US, has just ended quantitative tightening. Now, for the Fed to end quantitative tightening, that is very, very bullish, right? So, as you can see, the Fed began to end quantitative tightening on December 1st. Somebody might be asking what is quantitative tightening. That basically means the government removing monies out of the economy. And usually, when that happens, altcoins, which are risk assets, usually see a push to the downside, and that is what has been happening for the past few months, and that is why we've seen this push to the downside. But currently, it has stopped in December, and so we probably could have seen the bottom. Another advantage we're seeing right here, or big news coming, is we're seeing changes to the Fed and then the interest rate. So President Trump in the US is hoping that there's going to be a replacement for Jerome Powell, which will happen in 2026. And so this guy right here is the one that is meant to take over from him, and is likely to push the Fed to lower the interest rate, which is very, very bullish, right? So basically, we could see a bullish push right here, especially when he comes in 2026, and that is why we're saying we could see a push to the upside. Also, when interest rates happens, this is an infographic of how those monies find themselves into the crypto market, and why we usually pump or see a pump in the crypto market when we see interest rate being lowered. So usually when they lower the rate, we see cheaper liquidity, we see the weaker dollar, and we see that there is a confident risk on mode, which usually somehow ends up right there in the crypto market, which is bullish for crypto and altcoins. So that's why we're bullish going into 2026, expecting some push to the upside. Now back to the macro chart. We love to take note of the macro chart because we said that the macro chart is very, very important right here for any analysis. And the first macro chart we love to look at is the USDT dominance. We said the USDT dominance is very important because usually when we see the dominance begins to push to the upside, it basically means usually cryptocurrencies are pushing to the downside. That means a lot of people are flocking into cryptocurrencies. As you can see, in 2021, the moment we saw that upward push for the dominance, the USDT dominance, that was the top for the crypto market. And so currently, even in the past few days, we have been seeing a push to the upside right here for the dominant. We're seeing we expect a pullback, and we were expecting for the price of the dominant to come right back to the bottom, and that is exactly what is happening, right? So this is very, very good. We have seen that the dominant has rejected exactly at the 6.5% levels, and so we should expect even further more downside for the dominant chart. Next chart we have been explaining to every single person right here on the channel is this chart which we call the Bitcoin dominant. We said this chart was very important because in every altcoin season we usually see right here, or in every bull run we usually see that the dominance always falls before the top is in. The dominance falls before the top is in. This was the 2017 top. Until we saw the dominance fail, the top was not in until we saw the dominance fell, the top was not in. Currently, we said the Bitcoin dominance is too high. It's still at the 57 levels, right? Every single time we see the dominance push those lows, 39, same thing in 2021, 39. And so we are expecting the Bitcoin dominance to fall. And we said usually when the dominance falls, that is usually when it is altcoin season. And so that is very, very bullish for markets. And so that is why we're saying there's a very high likelihood 2026 would be very bullish. And so every single uh, sort of bear trap you're thinking in your mind might be what is just occurring, because as you can see before the fall, we always see some sort of few months of bear trap, right? This is the monthly time frame, by the way. As you can see, 4 months of bear trap. That is exactly what is happening right here at the moment. 4 months of bear trap before we see a huge push to the downside, collapsing the Bitcoin dominance, and that would be the beginning of our altcoin season. And that is one of the reasons why we're very, very bullish going into 2026. Next on our chart is the total crypto market cap. We said the total crypto market cap is very important because this tracks how monies come into the crypto market in general. Now, the crypto market is so important because that was what was able to help us get the bottom exactly right here. We got the bottom on the channel, started buying into Bitcoin December of 2022, and we have rode this wave to the upside. Now, why is this chart important? Because we said we're expecting liquidity to pour back into the crypto market, and that the crypto market in total could go as high as a 5.62 trillion market cap. But currently, we still currently remain at about 2.99 trillion, and so we're expecting that 2026 will still be bullish, and then we would push towards that 5.6 $2 trillion, right? Overall market cap for the crypto market, which means your altcoins are bullish, and we would still see even more fresh amount of monies coming to altcoins, as that could be another catalyst to push prices to the upside. The last chart we have been looking at right here is the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin, or basically the altcoin market cap. Like we love to see on the channel, show me where the money is going, and I'm going to show you what is going to happen next, right? And we have been tracking this because we said that we were at support. So that the last time when we saw this push, we said currently prices are at support. Even though a lot of people are bearish on altcoins, we are very bullish because altcoins, the altcoin market cap is at a support. We said in this cycle, we are expecting for the altcoin market cap to go as high as the 2.46 trillion. Currently, we're still at 1.28 trillion. We still have a long, long way to go. And so we're expecting that a lot more rotations would happen from Bitcoin into the altcoin market and would take us probably through this 2.46 trillion and even above. But currently, we're at the support. As you can see, we're holding that support like a boss, expecting that bounce to happen right there for the altcoin market cap. Now, this is some of the reasons why we're bullish. As you can see, altcoin market cap at the support, expect some sort of bounce, probably some sort of consolidation in December, and then we see a massive bounce going into January. But we continue to remain bullish, expecting higher price targets for every single altcoin. Thank you for watching and have a blessed week ahead.